Let's go and talk about this Issac Dogboe card real quick. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and teach through controversy with Fight V360. This weekend on Top Rank on ESPN, or is it ESPN Plus? Here, let's watch the promo. I believe it's regular ESPN. Let's watch the promo here.
And it gets him with a big right hand. Big hook comes raining in. It is over. That is it. Oh, a knockdown score. Giving them exactly what they came to see. Oh, one punch knockdown. What a shot by the young star. This fight is over.
All right, so that's going to be on ESPN Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern. Joet Gonzalez taking on Issac Dogboe, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going with Joet Gonzalez. I don't really rate Issac Dogboe that highly anymore, you know, but mostly because of the weight. He's 5'2", 27 years old. He's listed at 5'4", but I'm pretty sure he's 5'2". Listed. What is up with this toe fungus? This is inappropriate. Got a boot put in his ass twice by Manuel Navarrete. Some people, which one of these do people feel? I don't remember that he lost both of these fights and he got the gift. I think it was the Adam Lopez fight that a lot of people, you know, really felt that he lost this fight. But at 126, in my opinion, 122 is where he needs to be. But, you know, if your body can't handle the weight, you can't handle the weight. Joet Gonzalez, 25-2 with 15 KOs, 28 years old. Remember, he had that big fight with Shakur Stevenson, and it was like basically a fight for love because Shakur Stevenson was dealing with his sister, and it caused like a family rift and shit. And ESPN made a whole storyline out of it. That was pretty wild. You know, and basically, you know, it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. He also lost to Navarrete at 126. Got a win over Gio Santissima. And I got Dogboe. Let's go look at the rankings. You know, I mean, when I look at these type of fighters, no disrespect to the fighters, but this is just really basically just a showcase fight. And as long as Navarrete is in the 126-pound division, and he's been flirting with 130, but as long as he's in the 126-pound division, both of those guys can beat him. You know, both of them can beat him. And as you can see, it's looking like we're going to find out on fight night that this may be a final eliminator. So, you know, like what? You know, I don't want to see Dogboe versus Navarrete 3. He's just going to get beat up again. And I don't want to see, Navarrete versus Dogboe 3. And I don't want to see Navarrete versus Gonzalez 2. He only lost to Shakur and Navarrete. Those are big fights to lose, which is why I feel he's going to beat up Issac Dogboe. You know, Issac Dogboe is a pressure fighter, but defensively, he just, you know, he's got some significant, NEHO! He's got some significant issues. Excuse me, my bad. And the division is already fractured. We're going to talk about Cruz and Leigh Wood in a minute. Mark Macedo lost to Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas will likely still go on to fight Cruz. Cruz will likely vacate, but we'll talk about that later on. Josh Warrington, he got his jaw broken, so he's still, you know, on the mend. We really don't know what he's doing. Here is the undercard. This may be Gabe Flores's, you know, hopefully he don't get beat up for his sake. But he's been having some issues. 21-1 with 7 KOs, 22 years old. 22 years old. The Abraham Montoya fight, majority decision. He got beat up this fight against Luis Lopez. I forgot which fight of his that I did a video on, and I was like, yo, they need to slow down with him. But overall, you know, solid card. I'm not going to say that it's great, but, you know, these two fights I'm really interested in. And heavyweight prospect right here. Cool name, Guido. You know, see what he's looking like. Basically, it's a showcase card. It ain't, you know, I'm going to be here. So for those who are interested, I'm going to be here streaming during the main event. I mean, it's the least I can do, you know, for you, the people. Since you're still here, take your time out, like the video if you haven't. It looks like I'm going to be pumping out a lot more T Street Uncut content after the day because the boxing schedule for the rest of the month, well, outside of next week and pretty much, you know, the first couple of weeks of August is kind of, you know. T Street, do you think Broner will ever have a chance to win a title at 140? I don't know, bro. Broner's going to be 33 years old next week, man. So this card is going to be taking place on Top Rank on ESPN Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, headlined by Joet Gonzalez and Isaac Dogboe, and then Gabriel Flores versus Giovanni Cabrera. Is that how you pronounce his name? Anyone seen some tape on this guy? I don't believe I have. I probably did, wasn't paying attention. That's usually how it goes with me. I'll have fights like this on in the background and don't be watching. And then watch it on Fight Night and be like, oh, yeah, that is that guy. So, yeah, in other news, the WBA. Here, let me pull this stuff up. Get all this shit off the screen. We're going to be back on Thursday. Actually, we're going to be streaming tomorrow. Angel Ruiz Jr. and Luis Ortiz are having their press conference in LA tomorrow. In fact, it's not a virtual press conference either. It's one that's like in person. That's probably why Adrian Broner's pissed. But that fight's a pay-per-view. Broner's fight is just a regular Showtime fight. So tomorrow, let's see, at 4 p.m. Eastern, Andrew Ruiz and Luis Ortiz are having a press conference. Who's all going to be there? Abner Maris and Miguel Flores is going to be there as well. That's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view at 10 p.m. on September the 4th. So far, there's not a price for it yet. I wonder if they're going to do that shit $79.99. They're going to give us a special discounted price. It's only on pay-per-view because Luis Ortiz and Andrew Ruiz pretty much command a lot of money from PBC. That's pretty much it. But let's talk about what the WBA has done today, which is good news. Leo Santa Cruz has been holding on to that WBA 126-pound title for what? How many years now? Let me pull his resume up real quick. So, Leo Santa Cruz, well, the WBA has ordered Leo Santa Cruz to defend his title against WBA World Champion. Remember, Leo Santa Cruz is the WBA Super Champion at 126 pounds. The WBA has ordered him to fight Leigh Wood, but to unify those belts, and denied his request to fight Ray Vargas. So basically, Leo Santa Cruz and Ray Vargas is in the works. It's probably still in the works. Ray Vargas just recently defeated Mark Maxeo to win that WBC title, the one that Gary Russell sat on for so many years. So it's looking like that Leo Santa Cruz and his team, PBC Al Heyman, were trying to push forward with a unification between Ray Vargas and Leo Santa Cruz for the WBC and WBA titles. The WBA is like, nah, you got to fight Leigh Wood. We ain't letting it happen. So it's looking like that it's looking like I won't be surprised if Leo Santa Cruz drops that WBA Super World title and then Leigh Wood gets elevated. So we just talked about Isaac Dogboe and Emmanuel Navarrete and Joet Gonzalez. So Leigh Wood, if he gets elevated, then he can fight Josh Warrington and unify that WBA and IBF and the IBF. Ray Vargas and Leo Santa Cruz can still fight. But then, you know, see, this is what I don't like about this division. This is what I don't like about this division. You think, oh, and also, yes, Brandon Figueroa is the WBC mandatory at 126. He's moved from 122 and from Stephen Fulton rematch. And he is the mandatory for Ray Vargas. But I really believe that since they were already in talks, they're going to go forward with Ray Vargas versus Leo Santa Cruz, and then Leigh Wood is going to fight some type of interim fight as he gets elevated in the top 15, and then they're going to go on to build him up against Josh Warrington. Now, Navarrete, we don't know what he's going to do, but we do know that at least these 3 belts right here can be unified now that Leo Santa Cruz is not sitting on this belt no more. Now, look at this bullshit right here. Leo Santa Cruz, nicest guy, you know, in the galaxy. You know, great dude. You know, always puts on good fights when he's fighting top opponents, of course. 38-2 with 1 KO, 38-2. 38-2-1 with 19 KOs, 33 years old. Tank Davis got knocked out. He got knocked out he lost to Carl Frampton, avenged that. But look, when was the last time he defended this title? Let me see here. Chris Avalos. No, wait, against Abner Maris? When was the last time he defended that one? There he is. Okay, against Rafael Rivera. 3+ years ago, he's held on to this WBA Super World title. 3+ years ago, ladies and gentlemen, he's held on to this title. Let me do some basic math here. Alexa, how many months has it been since February 2019?
February 1st, 2019 was 40 months ago.
40 months!
By the way,
Alexa,
on Amazon.
shut up. 40 months since he defended this title, bro. Talk about holding the belt hostage. 40 months. Long overdue. And I'm guessing maybe Eddie Hearn was putting the pressure on the WBA since they got that new scandal, which we're going to talk about on Thursday. I have to do a little bit more research. But come on, bro. That's just outrageous. So good for them. Because I'm sick of his ass. Yeah, 36 months is 3 years. Like, bro, he's outrageous. He's outrageous. And I know it's not him. It's his team holding on to that belt for political reasons. So now they knew they were supposed to get this shit done. And if you don't know, the WBA has been forced to consolidate these the WBA belts, basically get rid of their underling belts, the interim, the WBA world, and only have one belt in one division because the ABC had basically threatened them to like, yo, if y'all keep this shit up with these bullshit sanctioning fees and everything, and fighters not fighting each other, then, you know, you're going to lose sanctions in the United States, meaning it wasn't going to make any money. So the WBA is already losing money because they have to get rid of all of those different belts. Like, but good, you know, and this is not Leo Santa Cruz's fault, but yo, I'm glad that it's over with. You know, like fighters holding on to belt. Like, come on, man, 3+ years. And I would still entertain Ray Vargas versus Leo Santa Cruz. I think they should go forward. Or what? Leo Santa Cruz going to fight another sparring partner? Nah. And I would pick, by the way, I would pick Leo Santa Cruz to beat Ray Vargas. Leo Santa Cruz and Brandon Figueroa would be the fight right there. And I would pick Leo Santa Cruz. They both fight similarly, but Leo Santa Cruz is more skilled. That's definite than Brandon Figueroa. And it's looking like Ray Vargas' power has a question mark around it at 126 pounds. So I'm not confident in him at 126. You know, if Mark Magsayo actually had some type of game plan, you know, he could have maybe beat Ray Vargas, but he had no game plan. He just was headhunting. Yeah, I gotta look at this. I gotta research this next corruption scandal by the WBA, and we're gonna be talking about that in my stream on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So remember, I streamed Tuesday 6 p.m. In the case of today, it was 6:30 because the Adrian Broner, which he walked out of, and Omar Figueroa virtual press conference was at 5 p.m. So I didn't get done streaming until about 6:10 or so. I had to take a little break. But normally, I stream Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Thursday 6 p.m., Friday 6 p.m. when we recap the weigh-ins. You know, Thursdays we used to recap the press conferences, talk about the news of the day, and what we didn't talk about the day, what happened on Wednesday. On Saturdays, we stream during the main events of main card. So if it's a card on Showtime, ESPN, or The Zone, will be streaming during the main event. In this case, we'll be streaming during the main event of Joet Gonzalez versus Issac Dogboe, which is going to be taking place at 10 p.m. Eastern. The card starts on ESPN Plus. Well, they've given him 24 hours now to decide. Basically, they've given him 24 hours. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at T Street Controversy. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Where is the chat? What did I do with it? Here we go. Bam. That's my Twitter. But let me see. I did retweet it. Where is it at? The WBA denied permission Leo Santa Cruz to unify with Ray Vargas. The WBA asked him to face Leigh Wood in 24 hours to answer. So he's got until tomorrow to answer if he's going to fight Leigh Wood or not. And it's looking like, to me, he's going to vacate. You know? So, good. But, all right, guys. If you could take your time out and like the video before you go. We will be back on Thursday, talk some more boxing. And then we're going to be rolling out channel memberships for fight nights because, frankly, our fight nights are pretty lit. You know, I only have one real main competition on fight night, and that's Showbiz. But he streams during the whole events, so he's able to get that consistent stream of people constantly coming in and watching, and all those subscribers. Me, I can't sit here and stream for no 4 hours. You know, I'm doing all kind of other stuff in the background, but we do stream consistently during significant fights. And I've noticed like a big jump and boost in subscribers and viewers, like since we've been doing that. Like it's crazy. You know, we have a consistent about it's crazy. Like we're making some leeway. Bud Spence done for November. How do you know, Marcel? But yeah, I believe the fight's done. I just don't believe any dates yet. I do believe it's going to happen in October or November, but I do believe overall the fight is done. We did a media call earlier today, virtual presser, excuse me, with Adrian Broner and Omar Figueroa. It's the video before this, and Broner walked out basically saying fuck Al Heyman and fuck Steven Espinoza because he wanted a press conference in person and not virtual. But for Showtime, they do virtual press conferences for their regular fights, and not for and they do virtual press conference for their regular fights, and they do in-person press conferences for their pay-per-views. So take your time out, like the video, subscribe. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern for the Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz press conference. That's going to be live from LA. We're going to be here streaming it. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Please subscribe.